What's up guys, I'm Suman from Phonestein. So AI is the talk of the town right now, and it is both impressive and scary at the same time. Now let's not go into the scary part, let's talk about it being an amazing, technological advancement. With AI being so popular and Chat GPT also being quite popular, I thought why not ask Chat GPT itself which is the best smartphone I can buy right now. So before starting, I just want to tell one thing. I'm no expert when it comes to AI. In fact, I'm not an expert when it comes to even programming, or I don't have that knowledge of programming languages or machine learning or AI. So nothing. I'm not an expert in this. We are doing this just for the fun of asking AI questions to see if we can get answers. I just want you to keep that in mind. And without wasting any time, let us begin. And now, I am doing this for the very first time. I haven't asked this question before, like which smartphone I should buy right now. I haven't asked this before, so everything is for the very first time. And the best thing about ChatGPT is that once you ask a question, you can keep asking it more questions, so it will give you answers based on the previous questions you asked. So it's just like a conversation between another person. I mean, it's not going to be exactly smooth like that, but still, I hope you get an idea. So let's see with a conversation with an AI system where we can get. So let us, what can we ask? Which is the best smartphone that you would recommend for me? Okay, so it has given me a generalized thing, and this is actually the first thing I would do if someone's asking me which is which is the phone that they need to get. So I would ask them what is their budget, and what is their use case, and what operating system they prefer. So this has also mentioned that in this, so this is a great start to that. Let us see what follow-up question I can ask. Okay, so since it's asked, it doesn't know my specific needs. Let us give it my specific needs. So I would
like a smartphone with a great camera and really good battery life.
Okay, so another thing is that when it comes to chat gpt, this is an AI system, so they need to train it. So they give a lot of data, and they have a lot of training models. So all these data training models are from 2021 and before. So the smartphones recommended here are from that time period. I mean, if it had data from 2022, definitely that would have been there. But we can still analyze how good it has recommended from this list. So let's see how good this is. Based on camera quality and good battery life, they recommend Pixel 5, iPhone 12. Yeah, definitely a good smartphone, and Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, pretty good phone, and the OnePlus 9 Pro. I mean, definitely. I mean, that's kind of a decent phone. ColorOS, okay, but anyways. So based on this, what I can say is that this is a really, really good list. I mean, considering that this is data from 2021. Sorry. So considering that this is data from 2021, the smartphones it has recommended is pretty good. From this, we'll ask the very famous question: should I go with an Android smartphone, or should I go with an iPhone?
Should I go with Android or iPhone?
So it is giving me a generalized answer when I ask should I go with an Android or an iPhone. Maybe the next question I'll ask different, like should I go the iPhone 12 or the Google Pixel 5. But right now it has given me the differences, like all the differences and similarities between both. It is good. I mean, it's not exactly what I wanted, but let us ask more specific things like since it's asked like recommended like the Pixel 5 and iPhone 12, let us ask question from that. Now, since it's recommended smartphones with good camera and a good battery life, the one thing I missed on purpose is the performance. So let's see if it can, pick up from where it left. Okay. So as you can see here, it started off as a general uh, answer, but as you can see towards the end, you have things when you take the processor, for instance. So you can see here that it mentions the Google Pixel 5 has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G, which is also powerful, but may not be as fast as the A14 Bionic chip. So that is definitely a decision-making thing that it has, given to us. So that is one thing to keep in note. Even when it comes to memory, you can see the iPhone 12 may have an advantage in terms of overall performance, as its operating system is optimized to work efficiently with the hardware. Again, another decision making answer or reply, you can say. That is great. So let's see software, both the iPhone 12 and iPhone. Okay, now this is kind of like generalized, like things most people might not, at least in the tech world. But with this, we can say that they just mentioned that iOS is more smooth and stable, while Android is more customizable. So that clearly states that iOS is definitely more on the smoother side. So they aren't talking about Android being that smooth. That is something to keep in mind. So one beautiful thing I figured from this small conversation is that when we asked ChatGPT recommended a list of smartphones. Now say we've finalized two smartphones, but we are confused between that. So with this, one thing I can understand is that even though you won't get direct answers, it can give you a comparison between those, and it also says which one is more powerful. In this case, which one is more powerful, or which one has a more efficient operating system. So with this, you can actually make a decision. So let's ask more questions. Should we ask about the camera more? Let's ask about the camera.
Is the Pixel the Google Pixel 5's camera superior to the iPhone 12's camera?
Okay, so again, it's coming up with kind of like a specification related answer. So in the hardware, it basically talks of the specs. So let's see the software side. When in software, again, this talks of specs. So here in image quality, so there you can see, so after the first sentence, you can see the Pixel 5 is particularly known for its low light performance and its night sight mode, which can produce bright and detailed photos in low light. The iPhone 12 has a night mode feature that can also produce good low light photos, as well as Pro RAW feature that allows for more advanced editing and control. Um, I mean, it really doesn't. It does says like which smartphone is strong in which, but this is not as distinct as what you see with the performance side of thing. I mean, both cameras are definitely really good cameras. I mean, iPhone 12, if there was a mention of really good video taking capabilities of the iPhone 12, then yeah, from that you could have made another decision. So that was missed, but still, definitely something to take into consideration. First, we've asked, which phones to get, so it suggested few phones, and then we've selected two from that, and then we've asked questions about that. So it's performance, and then we also asked about the camera. One thing I have in mind is will it last long? So let's ask that.
Will the iPhone 12 last longer than the Pixel 5?
Again, starting off with a generalized answer. Again, it's giving kind of like this differences kind of answer for us, but let's see if we can still figure out from that. So let's see that build quality, both the iPhone 12 and the Google Pixel 5 have high build quality. Okay, it definitely has some sensible things, like it says it is important to note that these ratings do not guarantee that these devices will be completely immune to water and dust damage. So something to take into consideration. One thing is that this hasn't been useful. Maybe it's the question that I asked is, maybe that could be wrong. It could be any one. Either the question I asked was wrong, or the way I asked was wrong, or it didn't understand that. So let me just ask it in a different way. Yeah, it could be the way I asked is different. I mean, when you ask to a person like that, it'll answer. But this is just a developing AI. I mean, it will become even more powerful soon. So let's see. The data that it has given is mostly correct, and yeah, this is definitely something a person can definitely use to again make some decisions. And I really like how they've trained the AI. It is actually doing a proper job. So these are questions I asked them, like what's their budget, what's their use case, and that's what is going on here. So this is good. So the final question that I am going to ask is, I mean, I usually don't people don't usually ask me this, but let's see.
Which is the better value? iPhone 12 or Pixel 5?
So if you take a look at the price, it's stated things correctly. When you take a look at the features, that's also perfect. But does the Pixel 5 really have that big of a battery life? I don't think so. Anyways, maybe if I'm wrong, please correct me. Anyways, ecosystem, brand and customer support. So I think this is a pretty good answer. I mean, if someone like with zero knowledge of tech asks, they can actually make a decision here right now. I mean, it's talked about all the major things a person would ask when it comes to buying a smartphone, and this is something I've asked in addition, like which is the better value. I personally think that ChatGPT has actually given us some really sensible answers, and I am really happy the way they've trained this AI. And of course, we've had a conversation, and I've asked questions most people ask me, and even added an extra one, ask which is the better value, and it has given us an answer with which we can actually take a decision. And I will say this is not a direct answer saying you should buy the iPhone 12 or the Pixel 5, no, but rather it has given the advantages and disadvantages, the pros and cons, like stuff like that in a brief manner, which we can actually read and easily make a decision. And I'm happy. I'm kind of happy with this. Let's just hope it has newer data to train with, like 2022 or 20 upcoming products. I mean, it'll take time. This is a work in progress, but I am absolutely amazed by how good this is. I mean, of course, right now you can't do you can't go ask like which is the best smartphone right now, can we? That's a video for sometime later. But practically speaking, you can't do that because it is not going to be that helpful. But this is a really good start. If you're a non-techie person, you can maybe come here and ask. So I really like how this works. This is something I myself would do, and so I really like that. I think I am going to be asking ChatGPT a lot of questions in upcoming videos. It's kind of exciting. So since doing this live, my reactions are also kind of weird, so apologies for that. But anyways, make sure you subscribe because more videos like this are to come, and ChatGPT is definitely going to be a really powerful AI platform real soon. So let's see, let's hope it goes the good way. So thanks for watching, and this here is Suman signing off once again. Catch you later.